What's up, crypto legends? In this episode, I need your full attention because the cryptocurrency investment opportunity is still going to go on for the next coming days and weeks. We've seen Bitcoin exploding the last few months, hitting all-time high. Ethereum is picking up very well here, already creating new highs during the last few days. Large cap cryptos exploding. Now we're going to see mid-cap coins having that momentum to the upside because this is how the cycle works. Now let's go through here some mid-caps that have exploded that we spotted here well in advance, such as Theta Network, talking about Theta below the $1 to get a gigantic move here to the upside. This is what's been happening during the last few days. We can see Phantom also exploding from the 50-cent range here, hitting above 80 cents in the last couple of days. Now in this episode, we're looking at some mid-cap coins that are likely to see some great momentum to the upside in the next coming days. We're also taking a look at some great news here going on during the last few days, guys. So make sure to stay tuned till the very end. Quick reminder, most of these cryptos can be traded on Bybit, also on 𝗬cie and BingX. You do get the best deal down below in the description for these exchanges. 20% fee reduction here on Bybit with the incredible bonus of 30k. 𝗬cie, if you cannot join Bybit, of course you got 𝗬cie here with no KYC. You do have BingX as well. There's some cryptos that I'm going to be mentioning today which are in BingX. You also get that incredible bonus down below. Let's go through the first cryptocurrency that I do think that is going to explode, which is Constellation Network. This is 𝗬dige as ticker symbol. This uses the same technology as Phantom. It doesn't use blockchain technology. Now, as Phantom has been pumping during the last few days very nicely, breaking the resistance zone here from January of 2023, we can see how Constellation Network, DAG, has been pumping very nicely during the last few days. As soon as this one breaks above this level that we have been testing in December, as you can see, and we are just about to test it right over here, we are forming a massive cup and handle here, and we are just about to break it. Now, the projection that we have been talking about, Theta, Phantom, is that the low was in here in between September and October, and this was a wave 1 to the upside and a wave 2, and we were very much expecting another big explosive move here to the upside, and we got some Fibonacci tools here where we can expect the projected move of this third wave. Of course, on Phantom, I would expect higher levels, almost reaching that $1 range. So there's a little bit more steam here for Phantom, hitting that 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Now, all of these mid-cap coins, the good ones, have been pumping very nicely during the last 1 to 2 weeks. Now, these mid-caps are on the verge of breaking up, and they are good projects. Now let's talk about this one, DAG, of course, like I've been mentioning here during the last few minutes. What if we do break here in the next coming days, this resistance zone that has been tested twice already, and we are forming this cup and handle formation? If we do see this as a low right there, this is the high, this is a higher low, we are expecting that third wave explosive move that could take us above the 10-cent level, currently trading at 7 cents. We take the pivot low to the pivot high. If we successfully break out this resistance zone, which is sitting at the 8-cent level, which is likely to be broken in the next coming days after coming from this bear market of 2022, large consolidation. We can see here the follow through on many altcoins, pivot low, pivot high, higher low right there. Bang, we're waiting for that massive breakout here in the next coming days, potentially. I did buy a bag of Phantom, bought a bag of DAG as well here at the 5-cent level, and obviously I do expect this momentum here to get above the 10-cent level, even hitting almost 14 cents. That, of course, would be 100% pump, making a 2x possibly in the next coming days. Okay, give or take, it might take 1 or 2 weeks as these mid caps are lagging behind. Okay, it does take a little bit more time. People get distracted with Bitcoin, Ethereum, the large caps are already pumping, Solana, Theta, right, Phantom. Mid caps likely to follow here in the next coming days, and we can see here how we are already hitting the third attempt right now, just today, getting this beautiful pump to get that breakout, to see that projection possibly getting well above the 10-cent level. You're expecting over a 50% pump in the next coming days. You can see the analysis. Beautiful, nice round formation, testing that high here from February of 2023. You got the handle formation in a descending wedge. Bang, you're breaking through to consolidate at the highs here to absolutely blast through to make some possible easy gains. Of course, this is no financial advice. I am buying these cryptos. I have a big bag on spot, and I do expect this with the analysis for some mid-cap coins to follow through, DAG being here the number one. Let's take a look at the next crypto. That is Iota. Iota is an OG cryptocurrency, being here for multiple years. We can see how we formed this massive descending wedge structure right over here during 2022 and 2023. It looks like that Iota has also formed that bottom here back in September, October of 2023. When we do take a look at the possibility of this being a wave 1, a wave 2 formation, and we are inside of the wave 3, the projected move could be at the 1.618, almost hitting 60 cents, possibly in the next coming days. Now, what is curious to see here about this pump is that we've had massive amount of volume. It is relatively easy to understand that Iota has formed a 3-wave corrective structure during 2023 in December and January of 2024. You can see that wave 1, wave 2, and 3 in an ABC, and really nice momentum here to the upside. Just getting a swing failure pattern, a little bit of a double top right now, struggling to break this high, but overall I would be expecting this one to break through as the leading volume is to the upside. Nice, clear 3-wave corrective move here in an ABC, and we're just building up here inside of this 3rd wave to absolutely rocket potentially in the next coming days. Now, of course, you need to be very cautious with this crypto. Look at the massive wicks. If you're using leverage on this, you need to use low leverage and low amount of capital and try and get in at the lows of these possible wicks. Okay, if you're using high leverage, you're going to get liquidated. You want to get into those pullbacks here because this is just creating higher lows, and we are very, very likely to be in that 3rd wave formation. We can see the massive volume printed here back in December of 2023. Really nice consolidation in an accumulation zone, leaving the station here, as you can see, with this massive pump and a clear 3-wave corrective structure inside here, building up for that blast off. The projection, like I said, for this possible wave 3 on Iota, this is a mid-cap crypto that hasn't been exploding yet. We can see large cap ones. Then comes the mid-caps. 1.618 extension almost hitting 60 cents. This could happen in the next coming days or maybe a few weeks if we do get a little bit more choppiness here during the next coming days. I wouldn't be too worried. I would be very much happy to buy either spot trade here at the corrective moves or even add to a possible swing long position, because we are very likely to maintain above the 20 cent level. So any volatility here during the next coming days here of a corrective structure, we are very likely to maintain higher low support here and then get the blast off if that were to be the case, if we're not blasting off in the next coming days. Now let's take a look at the next altcoin that could see that massive momentum. Quick reminder, Iota can be traded on Bybit. You got the best deal down below. 20% fee reduction only with my link in the description, plus that $30,000 worth of bonus, deposit bonus. Now let's take a look here at the next cryptocurrency that I do think it's likely to get that blast off. 𝗖cie𝗺𝗺𝘃. This is an OG crypto as well. Hasn't been pumping too aggressively during the last few days. Has been pumping, but overall still a lot of room here for some massive momentum. What we can see here, very interesting on 𝗖cie𝗺𝗃, is that we are testing the highs here from November, of 2023. That was the high here of the major big pump that we had here in between October and November. We've just been testing those highs in the last few days. If we were to go with the same theory as the rest of the altcoins, we can see here the pump from September, October, November, the large corrective move in a 3-wave structure. Look at this. 1, 2, and 3 right there. We are inside this nice momentum during the last few weeks. Struggling a little bit, okay, just a little bit of a swing failure pattern, double top scenario. It is natural here. This is likely going to be building up. As you can see, that volatility here that we've been having during the last few days, stay cautious here with leverage trading. If you're using a lot of leverage, you are going to get liquidated with these wicks. I would go with a nice chilled swing long position, and if you do get those corrective moves to the downside, are very likely to form a higher low right there ready for the blast off. Zooming out again here on 𝗖𝗍𝗺𝗽, what we can see is that we are testing the high, we're rejecting a little bit, very likely to get a bit of a corrective structure here in the coming days, possibly to build up here and possibly form like a flag or a triangle formation. If this were to be the case, that is even going to confirm the massive blast off here in the next coming days, guys. If we do form a nice triangle here, this just means one thing. This is building up for an explosive breakout from the highs here created in November. That we are very likely going to test the highs here from April of 2023, sitting slightly beneath the 50-cent level. When we do take a look at the projection here with the 1.618 here for that third wave, same scenario. We do see here how we are likely going to hit that 50-cent level and probably create that swing failure pattern. So this is a take profit zone. We do not know if we are going to double top here very aggressively and form a massive corrective move. Just like we saw here, right? This is a take profit zone, even though we do have a projection here in the next coming days to actually go to higher levels. The highs are always a take profit zone because you could get that massive volatility to the downside with a big rejection. So we can see that clear high here, very close to the 1.618 extension to get that massive move to the upside. Stay cautious. We could be seeing some pullbacks here, and that for me would just be a great opportunity for a massive accumulation here on 𝗖𝗍𝗺𝗽, such as spot or a nice chilled low leverage swing long position till you actually get that 50, 60, 70% pump, possibly in the next coming days, right? We might take 1-2 weeks lagging behind because we are seeing large cap cryptos pumping also here. So maybe mid cap, low caps are going to take a little bit more time. Let's go through the next cryptocurrency here, which is UOS, okay? UOS Ultra, okay? UOS as ticker symbol. This is likely to get a massive breakout. Look at the massive descending wedge that has been forming since mid 2022. We've had the aggressive bear market in 2022 and this massive descending wedge structure that has been forming for almost 2 years now. Once we get above this high, which is at the 32-cent level, we only just tested it a few days ago, as you can see right there. This is likely just building up, guys. This is building up for that massive move to the upside. If we do see the low here in September of 2023, we have 1, 2, and a possible 3-wave structure here. And what do we like? What is the target zone for a descending wedge? It is the top of the wedge, okay, right over here, which would be round about the 1.618 extension. We are likely going to see that breakout in the next coming days, or give or take 1 or 2 weeks, okay? The timing, it all really depends on the consolidation. If we are forming, like I said, in the next coming days, a symmetrical triangle and a consolidation here close to the highs of December, oh my goodness, this is going to absolutely rocket to the upside to get to these highs right over here from September of 2022, the top of the wedge, and the projection here of that third wave. UOS as ticker symbol here, very likely to rocket in the coming days, guys. So make sure to manage risk very well. Watch out for those pullbacks. We've seen that double top, but this for me is only a great opportunity to buy on spot or even a low leverage swing long position where you can accumulate here and add to position or at this range, okay? Obviously, if we do get a massive big fall, we're not interested in adding to the position if we suddenly see a massive fall. So keep the position small. That is what I am going to do. Even for spot buying, this is absolutely great. We can see that huge descending wedge testing the highs, and we are very likely going to build up in a possible descending wedge or a symmetrical triangle here in the next coming days, and that is just going to give us more confidence that this is going to absolutely rocket. Let's go right away here with some stuff that is going on. BlackRock files to purchase spot Bitcoin ETF for its global allocation fund. So absolutely crazy, massive inflows happening. Also just yesterday we did see 471 million on ETF inflows, $500 million almost. So the inflows on Bitcoin are continuing here. Robert Kiyosaki, extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Important to start even if only for $500. Next stop, $300,000 Bitcoin in 2024. This is what Robert Kiyosaki says. So he's very bullish on Bitcoin. Also, what we can see here, Arkham claims to have identified Tesla and SpaceX on-chain BTC holdings. Combining both of them, they have over 19,000 Bitcoin. So we can see Tesla, SpaceX holding Bitcoin, of course. Now, next stop here, what we do have, BlackRock buying more Bitcoin every day than what is mined since the spot BTC ETF launch. So the inflows on Bitcoin are well above of what is mined every single day. And this is going to be cut in half in less than 6 weeks, as we do have the Bitcoin halving in April. Massive supply shock we could expect. If we are going to see the inflows continue like it has been doing, we could expect, obviously, Bitcoin to go to much higher levels in the next coming weeks and months. Taking a look at the latest thing here also, we can see Tom Lee on CNBC that says Bitcoin could be over $150,000 in the next 12 to 18 months. And of course, looking at on-chain data, looking at the inflows of the ETFs, that makes total sense. Guys, this is going to be it for this episode. If you haven't checked out my Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on Bybit right over here, check it out, and I will see you in the next one.